So we love success stories here on AZAM, and you might remember back in the fall we introduced you to some local guys who created a skipping stones game to play in their pool. And at the time, I believe, Tom, they were looking for some funding to try to build out more of these and start their business. So where are we now?
4, 6.
Yeah, it's just such a great update, Troy. So they started with a little Kickstarter program for skipping holes, which is really kind of cool. And I've got Jaron Lodge with me, Jaron, you didn't completely create this yourself. You said you had a lot of mentors.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people that came together to help me make it happen. I even had the Guinness World Record holder help us to design these skipping stones so that we had the perfect skipping stones to put in your guys' game set for you to play with.
So here's what the skipping stones look like. They got their little double N on there, which is how they spell stones on their logo with 2 N's, which is kind of fun. So you got a Kickstarter going. And what were you hoping to raise, and what did you end up raising?
Our goal was $11,400. Since then, we've upped it because within 8 hours we hit our goal. So it's been super successful. People have been loving the game, especially while they're at home, with everything going on with COVID. And so, it's a great backyard game, and everyone's loving it.
I like the fact that he had a World Guinness Record holder that skipped stones, help him design these stones. Now, I have thrown a lot of stones in my life, and I have to admit, if I were on a beach, this is exactly the stone I would be grabbing. So it's got a little point that you can actually put your finger around. It's got a flat side and a kind of a rounded side. So the trick is to hit a little bit lower, isn't it, Jaron?
Yes. Yes. The sooner you skip it,
go ahead, you give it a shot.
It'll stabilize the stone, and then the more.
Oh, see, now he's scoring points right off the bat. So let me see here. If you get it well, I haven't hit that dang thing all morning long. Very cool. So tell me how the points work. How does it work?
Yeah, so same rules as cornhole, and then if it lands on the target, it's 1 point, and then the points can't cancel each other out. So typically there's 2 people, 2v2. So 2 people on the blue team and 2 people on the red team, and then they take turns skipping the stones, and then at the end of the round they add it up, and they can take the difference of the scores, and that adds to their total, and then they play to 11 or 21.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm always going 21. So I got a good buddy of mine, Matt Cherry. He's really good at cornhole. I mean, if I'm ever playing cornhole, I try to get Matt Cherry on my team because he's a ringer. So is it like that? Is it as fun as that? I mean, is it easy? Because cornhole's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so cornhole is awesome. We took a lot of inspiration from cornhole and the universal activity of skipping stones.
Yeah.
It definitely takes, a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, you just want to wrap your finger around the top corner and roll it off your index finger. That'll create the spin it needs to stay above the water.
Yeah, I see that some of these guys sometimes they're just flicking their wrist, and you can actually throw it like a Frisbee too.
Yep.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to try a Frisbee one. Here we go. So he's got a little bit of that going on there. And, see, I'm terrible at this. Show him how to do that.
I think it's easier to go.
Yeah, it's easier just to fling it. Now, I have to admit, I've broken a few windows throwing rocks.
There we go.
But this seems like it's not going to hurt you as much. These are very soft, so if you get hit in the head, you're not going to take an eye out.
Yeah, we've thrown them at windows. It won't break the window, so you should be all good to go.
Yeah, how can people get a hold of you guys to purchase their own?
Yeah, so you can go on to our Kickstarter campaign. You can look up Skippin' Hole on Kickstarter, just in the search engine there, in the Kickstarter, and then you can go ahead and take advantage of the discounts we have going on right now. We have up to 52% off in discounts, so now is the time to go ahead and get them for sure.
Very cool. So if you look at the logo on the scoreboard, you can see how they spell it, Skippin' Hole. It's got 2 N's in there, and the 2 N's are also on here. I just love the fact that it is the perfect stone. Like if you were to go to a beach and pull out a flat stone, because I'm always looking to throw a flat stone, because the round ones tend to sink. I know that much. What was his record, by the way?
88 skips.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
That's a lot of skips.
On the lake, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Yeah, who's counting it?
Oh, it's funny.
Show me that stone again, Tom.
There you go.
I have
First of all, you're awful.
I'm telling you,
you're a great
This is
guy.
a far distance.
You're terrible at this game.
I am awful at this.
I know.
I have
think you
not
can get a little
hit
lower.
this thing yet.
Okay, so I always thought the perfect skipping stone was perfectly round. So is there physics behind this? Why the flat side?
Yeah, well, you got a little spot where you can put a finger around there, just like that.
You can't put a finger around a fully round one?
That's like the perfect thing.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, is it important to have this point?
I always
Jaron,
wanted the
why
roundest,
didn't you just
flattest.
make these round?
Yeah, so it's actually, so we wouldn't want them round because we need a little placeholder for us to wrap our fingers around, because the most important part to skipping these is the spin. So you want to be able to roll your index finger off of the corner like that, which will help to create the spin. It needs to stay above the water.
Sure,
so it's all about the spin.
That's very
the
cool.
flick of the wrist.
Not just an inventor, but a hand model too. He's amazing.
Yeah, good looking kid.
So,
all right, Tom,
eventually
listen. Now this is big.
I'm gonna get some
Make
points
it
in
happen
there.
right here.
There you go.
I should have brought my suit and just ran it down there. Here we go. One more
Okay,
time.
here
Here
we
we go.
There you go.
Big finish. Big finish.
Oh, gosh, I'm telling you. All right. Maybe
you
the
been
blue is
close?
bad luck. I'm going with the red
Have you
this
been
time.
close one time? Aim to the right. You've been missing left.
No.
There you missed left again.
I've lost like 3 of them in the bush. I've lost like 3 of them in the bushes. They keep looking around in the bushes for mine. It's like, I'm doing terrible out here, but it's going to take a little time. You know, it's like cornhole. You get a little rhythm going, then all of a sudden you get it.
You'll
you
be
know.
fine. Another
Maybe a
500,
cold
600
frosty
throws.
drink on a
You're
Saturday.
good.
Yeah, it sure is fun though.
I bet it helps
It's
too
a
to
good
be
time.
like in the pool. So that's fun because you know once
Here,
you're in the
let's-
pool, unless you're swimming laps. Oh, here,
Get a
try
5
one
for
more.
them. Oh,
Oh, just missed it.
Oh, you missed it. Oh.
Troy, this is like catching a fish, man. The fish are laughing
No,
at
you
me.
catch fish. Here we go.
Oh, just missed.
Oh, see, you're aiming right
in the
though. That's
bushes,
good.
right where I put the other 6.
We have 6 minutes left in the show. Are we going to wait? This is major market
I'm going
television,
in.
of course. All right. Thank you, Tom.